What's going on YouTube? Is Donnie B all day, and I am happy to tell you that my stag-handled Hen Rooster large buoy collection is growing. Some of the most beautiful knives on the planet and some of the strongest steel to go with all that gorgeousness. I'm bringing you a brand new one today, and what I'm going to do now is take it over to the rack and show you before we use it, so stay tuned. Holy smokes, guys. All right, so you know I already brought you the absolutely beautiful Amos Gomez design, the limited edition, diamond edition. I know there's a bunch of letters on there. It's the HRDS0001DS3. It's got a whole lot of letters and stuff because it's a whole lot of amazing. I brought you this one. I showed it to you, loved it, and then I brought you this one. This is the HR-5032, one of my all-time favorites. Great elk stag handled buoy, freaking amazing. Another great Hen Rooster knife. But today I'm bringing you, man, something awesome. Oh, this is like the Texas buoy, where it's not the Western buoy, which is basically the Western buoy is this, right? And not the primitive Western buoy, which is that big Jim buoy with the big clip point that I showed you. No, this is, it's called like a Western toothpick or Arkansas toothpick or things like that. They're all the same name, but this is a classic Western buoy style. Long, narrow, it goes to a beautiful drop point, and it is not it's not double edged. They do have a false edge right here, keeping the tip pretty damn thick. The blade itself is 9.5. The gorgeous freaking stag handle adds to that, and I believe it's 14.5 overall. It's got this beautiful like hawkbill pommel with a lanyard hole, but it fits the hand, my hands, so damn perfectly. That holds you in so great with this beautiful chrome handguard and this finger guard on the end. Oh my God, this is everything you would want a Western buoy style toothpick type knife to be and do. This is Hen Rooster at its finest. German stainless steel, which we all know is 1095. This is the HR-5032, and it is another Hen Rooster that, before I even test this thing, I'm telling you, is worth having. This just came in. I've never even held it before. Generally, I like to play around with knives for a while before I test them. No, this one, I picked this out of the box and I said, holy shit, people need to see this knife. All right, you saw it? Good. See you later. Oh my God, I wouldn't do that to you. So this thing is just top of the oh my gosh. I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you could all see that big fluffy hairdo now sitting on my fingertips. Well, more even just fluffed off of there. This thing, I mean, shave sharp. Holy crap, I want to get my dogs out here and bald them up just so you can see. I mean, can you even see all the hair on that edge? I don't know if you can, but holy crap, it's on there. There's a whole bunch of it on there. I'm going to dirty it up with some fingerprints, but then I'm going to hit my Moz on it and clean it up. I can't believe, I mean, how quick and easy that just pulled off hair. And it's a giant buoy. Generally, giant buoys are made for, you know, fighting. That's exactly what they are. This would have been a defensive knife. They would put it in their cowboy boot, and that's why they're, you know, they're boot buoys, basically. And that is why they were thin. Unlike the Western buoy, which was fat, which was made to hang on your side, this guy was narrow because it was made to slide inside a cowboy boot, be able to pick up, get the old underhand toss or whatever. All buoys, all Western style buoys are fighting knives. First and foremost, that's what they are, that's who they are, that's what they do. There is nothing about this knife that isn't fighting knife. This is exactly it. They call them pig stickers, hog stickers, things like that. because if you get attacked by a boar, wow, that a boar attacks no more. This thing is just insanely gorgeous, but beauty is only skin deep or steel deep. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to test it. Now here's something I noticed about the handle when I first pulled it out of the box. I don't know if they do it on purpose, but for me so far it's been great. You can see right here on this scale that it bows up, right? Now remember, this is real stag, so they're all different. No two are going to be alike, even on this very same knife. This stag goes this way, creates a nice grip for my fingers. This stag has a pocket right here. So you'll see it's almost shaped like this, right? The callus area right here of my palm literally sits inside that pocket, and then the bowed out area of that swell holds my fingers. And with my left hand in here, that little pocket fits so great in my hand. As a righty, the fingertips get inside that little groove, and holy crap, it's just as impressive. Generally, stag handles favor right-handed people. This one, it feels like it's unpreferenced because it's just so well made. I don't know if it's luck of the draw because all stags different, but fan-frickin-tastic. Let's go cut something real quick. Remember that time I forgot to tell you about this so well-made, hand-tooled, awesome leather sheath with the little Hen Rooster logo right there? Oh, it's leather. It's awesome. It hangs. I have not yet found a Hen Rooster holster sheath that is bad. They are all well constructed, all great leather, nice and stiff, just wonderfully made. But we're not dealing with that right now. We're getting back to the basics. Now, I brought out the big Snapple bottle because this thing's hard. It's very hard. It's not like a water bottle where you can sear through it. This thing I'm actually have to swing at, and being as thick as it is, it's going to be harder to cut through. But once I felt this edge, I thought, I think I need a better bottle. I want to really test this thing, right? Holy shit, I gotta go chase that down. Hold on a second. All right, so at first I didn't think I actually punctured it. I saw that the top had caved in. I hit it so hard that the top folded in. But check this out. That is completely sliced open right there. Just crazy. I mean, when I picked it up, I squeezed it and the little piss thing came out, and then I tipped it and it just started doing that. And I'm like, holy shit. It hit with such an impact that when it went in, where's the slice hole right here? When it went in, that's how far the thing sliced. The impact was so great because it's such a thick bottle. It doesn't want to be cut open. It folded. The thing folded. So, you know, pretty cool. Let's see if I can stab through it without knocking it down since there's barely any water in there. Let's see if I can not miss this time. All right, actually it worked, but then it left. But I could show you, but you don't give a shit as much as I don't give a shit. This thing's fucking awesome. All right, let's go do some more. Come on, we'll chop with it. All right, so I don't know if this is gonna work too well. I have you guys directly attached to the pallet itself. I was gonna dry it off, but I figured with it being as wet as it is, that leaves less of a grip, and I want to be able to prove to you how great the stag grip is, that I can use it still soaking wet. Let's see. Wow. 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 Did you hear that? Wow. That means it's impressive. Holy mackerel. Now, just as I opened my mouth to speak, a wood chip flew right in my mouth. So this chopper, I'm not gonna do that yet, is, oh my gosh, it's devastating, this wood. Holy moly. And nothing, and I mean nothing, is happening to this edge. It is just rock solid. Yeah, it's got a little dirt on it now, but There's no marks that resemble, hey, somebody's just been hitting me. I'm going to show you the hole in a second. Let's see. Try to get some of that tip. It's nice and long, so, you know, prying will bend a long, nice tip, but not by Hen Rooster. I have never had a Hen Rooster damage at any point. At any point. It's just an awesome, awesome knife. Every single product I've ever gotten that's Hen Rooster has been equal to every challenge that I've given it. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually lay this down and pick you up and walk you over. That's just the few chops I just did. And look at this. You can see it. I'm just tapping this thing and wood is flying off. And this is hardwood. This is hardwood, but nothing is going to damage this edge. I mean, it's going to take a damn bulldozer, and luckily I don't have one. Otherwise, I'd be buying a new knife. All right, let's go do some more. All right, so we need to check balance and weight distribution. So let's do some drops. Damn, see how tight these scales are? Just tapping it, it bites in real well. It's like dropping as straight as it possibly could. This thing is just a beast. Golly. Let's give it a couple of little throws here. Oh my gosh, it's so deep in there. Let's see. Oh my gosh. So obviously the tip has no damage, otherwise you'd hear me crying right now. But fantastic. Now the price point on these, I want to say you can find them for under 150, maybe closer to 100. I can't remember, but they're not overly expensive. You're gonna pay for the quality, that's without a doubt, and the quality is worth paying for. Let's take some of this vacuum hose, and I hit the. Normally I was using the rubbery part. I'm on the plastic end. You can see that. But let's see if we can't get a full swing into it here. Oh, man, just opened it up. Looks like a duck-billed platypus. Hello, everybody. This thing, so hitting hard wood, hitting hard plastic, going tip first into a stump, and you're gonna see that blade is just remaining beautiful. Whacking on things that are hard. Remember, it's a fighting knife. It's made to go through people's skin, bodies, hogs, bear, cougars, anything like that. That's what it's made for. It's not made for crazy impact. That's not what it's designed for, but the knife doesn't care. It doesn't care what it's made for, what it's not made for. It's gonna do it anyway because it's just awesome. Let's see here. Let's see, my phone is sitting on my baton, so we'll just use this. Just sweet. Now, anybody who does batoning knows that if you really want to kill a blade, kill an edge, you baton with it. You know, they say there's the right tool for every job, and a knife isn't the right tool for batoning. But when you're in the woods, you're in a survival situation, and it's the only tool you have, you want to know it can do it. I'm not sure about striking. Obviously, I haven't tried it yet. Plus, this doesn't feel crazy sharp like a 90. However, this 9.5-inch blade, 9 1/4 of it is all edge. So I would gladly sacrifice right here to strike spark, because this entire edge, I mean, I would never use all of it anyway. It's just freaking awesome. So let's see if we can, not that if we can't, of course we can. Let's see, get through that little knot right there. Of course we can. Just awesome. Let's see if we can. Oh, I don't usually do them away from me, but you can see all those little feather sticks. I'll pick some up. They're going into a nice little pile here. So if I needed to make a fire, I could just easily use all those, and all would be good. or I could just turn it around and do it the way I always do it and make precision feathers. But look at this. Here we go. Here we go, guys. It's time to build a trap, a spike trap, kill some animals, get some food. Nothing kills an animal like gravity onto a sharp stick. So I got to choke up and leave some on the board here. This blade is so big that it doesn't want to stop once the feather is done. You know what I mean? Once the little curls are done, it just wants to keep going. And I can respect that. The blade doesn't want to stop doing, it's just, they're all just falling right off. The blade doesn't want to stop doing what it's intended to do, and that's cut and kill. I mean, all these things are all over my wrist. They're it's an absolutely devastating blade. It's fantastic, and it's one of those things that's going to be unstoppable, even if we hit 1-inch forest trees that have grown a little bit. So let's go see the 2-inch forest trees. All right, come on. All right, guys, so here we are. I got that nice 2-incher that's been sitting here waiting for this thing to come in so I can really give it a proper showing. And a proper showing it shall receive. Let's take some of this crap down real quick. And when I say real quick, I mean real quick. This thing, it is just going to tear it up. Tear it up. Got a mosquito on my eyeball. Let's see. It's just awesome, awesome, awesome. So let's see. Got this guy right down there. Another chance to slice open some stuff and show you guys. Yeah, I know you can see. I know the light's not that great, but you can still see. Look at how perfect. I mean, perfect that is. That is so freaking smooth. And it's because the edge, look how crappy that all that stuff is on there. The edge profile on this is flawless. And I mean flawless. I'm literally skinning this tree. Look at that. That is skinning. You see how light that is? Just insane. I mean, insane. This thing is a beast. A freaking beast. So let's get that branch away. We'll chop off the end there. Now let's do the old, man, come on, skeeters. There's a skeeter on my Peter, whack it off. All right, so we got all that. So now I have this big, dangly, loose, traveling, big, thick piece, right? And what I want to do is I want to hit it and try to go through it on one shot and see if I can get all the way through without having to hold it. All right, so let's see. We're going to call that a yes. Just to give you an idea of what we're looking at here as far as thickness, that's almost as thick as the blade, and this blade hit it, I mean, like it was no problem. Now let's see, we can just look at this. I'm barely touching it, right? Literally, I'm barely touching it. If I did this to your arm, it would take off the hair and not the skin. I'm getting eaten alive, guys. You better freaking love me for doing what I'm doing. Look at this. I'm not cutting any of the wood. I don't know if you guys noticed that. See, this is the wood. This is the skin. I'm literally shaving the skin without cutting the wood because the edge is so razor fine. I mean, try that with a different knife and see if you can get this. Look at this. I'm going to give you a nice close-up. Look how freaking smooth that is. There's no cuts in there at all. There's no cuts. Another knife, you'd see, you know, this. You know, you'd see little cuts like that right there. You know what I mean? Like this right here. Something. This thing is so smooth. I mean, if you make walking sticks, things like that, if you do scrimshaw and you need something perfect, this thing is so smooth it looks like bone. I mean, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, it's like, you know, I can't. These freaking mosquitoes. So I'm going to tuck this giant knife between my leg. So it's like a Halloween thing where you can poke this like this and be like, oh my God, I broke my arm, my bone's sticking out. It looks like freaking bone. I mean, it's so smooth. And on my next porn, it's just amazing. So let's do a little notch with it. And it's gonna be a pretty big notch because that went through mighty easy. So let me give it nice and clean here. I made it big. So so that's the notch, and now what we'll do is we'll make another one and we'll do a Lincoln log notch. Man, this thing is so big and so amazing. All right, so now we just connect the dots here, and that is not going to be an issue. And anybody who builds fires or builds shelters, or anybody who was 6 years old at one time, knows what a Lincoln log notch is. You know how useful it is because you've used them. Every child has built some kind of Lincoln log cabin. Freaking awesome. I mean, just awesome. Just awesome. It doesn't get any better than this. But what we haven't done yet is we haven't done two things. We haven't hit anything with the spine. I say we do that. And we haven't thrown it. And I say we're definitely doing that. So let's keep going. All right, guys. So here we are. We're going to use the spine to break away some of the small stuff real quick. We're going to use the spine to hit this big guy right here and see if anything can happen. All right, point of impact, point of break. Let's try it again, a little bit higher up. Well, let's see, any damage to the spine? Nope, just dirt. So spine is awesome. Let's keep going. All right, so it's everybody's favorite moment on Billy Bob's, Donnie B's, you know, wreck 'em, throw 'em, toss 'em show. All right, so let's wreck 'em, toss 'em, throw 'em. What do you say? Fresh out of the box, first time handling it. Let's make sure everything's nice and tight. There's no wobbling of the scales. There's no looseness. There's no shifting. Let's see if there's any tip damage, any tip bending. No, it is perfect. See if all the pins, both of them, are tight, and they are. Oh man, this thing is awesome. I'm gonna go and I'm gonna throw some Maz polish across this damn thing, give it a quick clean, and then put it on the rack. Come on. All right, guys, so here it is. I didn't take off all the polish, but I cleaned it up a bit. The main reason I really wanted to polish this is because A, it looks better when it's shiny. B, but I wanted to show you none of that logo came rubbing off, just like all the uses I did on that one, none of it came running off. And just like that one, none of it came rubbing off. It's on there real well. It's foggy looking right now because I didn't finish polishing it, so when I do, it'll look just like that again. But that was it. I wanted to show you. Besides that, when it's dirty, you can't tell if there's any damage. You know, dirt hides damage, and I'm not here to lie to you guys. I'm not here to hide anything. What I show you is what I see. And this thing has just, I mean, it is perfect. This thing is a performer. Sitting with a couple of its other brothers, I mean, you can really see that Hen and Rooster is just no joke beauty. But today was all about here. I mean, tell me if you can find another toothpick style knife, another boot digger that is going to look this great while performing as well as it does. This knife is as near perfect as a knife can be, and it has to be because it's Hen and freaking Rooster. Now the handguard, I checked that to make sure it was tight. There is absolutely no wiggle in the handguard. When you start rattling around a knife with a handguard, if something's going to loosen, if it's not the scales, the first thing would be the handguard, and it is on there rock solid. It's just awesome. I freaking love it. What an amazing addition to the family. I don't even know how many Hen and Roosters I have now, but I can tell you this, I'm not done collecting them, and I'm not done using them. These are just freaking phenomenal knives. I don't know, I love it. You guys seen what it does. You could see how it looks. You seen the sheath. You seen how sharp it is. Shit, if there's anything else you needed to do, like, I don't know, order pizza, I mean, that's on you. Buy one and figure it out. But I showed you what I feel should lead you to either a good or bad impression of it. And for me personally, I can find nothing bad to say about this knife. It's just freaking immaculate. So another Hen Rooster product down, and about 100 more knife products to go. So I am Donnie B all day, and until next knife.